Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's finally Friday, and it's one of those. Thank God it's Friday because it has been a long week that has been compressed because of the holiday here. It's time for the weekend special. It's 20 Zulu on July 8th, 2022, and I'm live from the studios and transmitters of K3LR. We have a very special guest today. It's Grace, KE8RJU. Hello, Grace.
Hi, Tim. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Grace. How old were you when you got your first license?
I was 15 years old.
So that was only a year ago, right?
Yeah, a year and a half or something like that.
Year and a half ago, you got licensed. And what class of license do you have now?
I currently have my extra.
You have your extra. So that's pretty impressive. Now, Grace, what is the thing that you like to do most in amateur radio?
I love working the amateur radio satellites, or as we like to call it, the birds.
The birds. You like the birds. And in fact, last summer, when I was doing a STEM camp over in Youngstown, I heard you on the birds. And I was very impressed at your operating style. You were very aggressive. And so tell us about how you got started on the birds.
Well, it all started with my dad and my grandpa. My dad decided that's what he got into after he got his license. So he's like, "Oh, we'll let you work your grandpa for your first contact." So I was able to work my grandpa when he was operating stroke 60 for 60 years in ham radio on a satellite, which that sort of propelled me forward, operating satellites, chasing the grids, trying to get DX credits and stuff like that.
So tell us about some of these QSOs that you've had on the satellites and, birds and some of your best DX.
Oh yeah, some of my best DX is Europe. We have some good satellites for Europe. Just need about 8 degrees elevation at my QTH, so I can work England, Spain, all those stuff. I just worked the Isle of Man actually yesterday for a new DXCC, so someone was there operating.
Wow, from the Isle of Man. I don't think we've ever had anybody on from the Isle of Man in the chat room here, but so I'm sure these numbers. How many DXCC countries do you have?
In Logbook of the World, I have 37 confirmed.
That is amazing. And that's all on satellites.
Yeah.
So which satellites do you work, and how does that all come together?
Yeah, so for Europe, we'll be using an RS-44 or A07, which that one's a really old one. It was known for dying and then coming back to life, so it's working really well. We have some good FM birds to work some local grids and around the U.S. and stuff.
So let's talk about those grids. How many grids do you have? And tell us about the VUCC and everything.
Yeah, so it's just the VUCC is just like 6 meters. You can rack up all your grids, try to work all 488 in the U.S., which I'm currently trying to do. I have 568 confirmed in Logbook, so I'm working towards my 488 for the U.S., but have a good amount for DX grids also.
Well, that is amazing. And so tell us about some of the DX going the other way, going west.
Yeah, from my location, the farthest DX you can work is Hawaii. I have not worked Hawaii yet, but we're working on it. Hopefully someone will be there operating that I can get sooner. But I can work California. I have a good friend, Christy, KB6LTY, that she's always on, able to work her in California.
Yeah, that's amazing stuff. And it's great that you have some friends that you've made in other states. So there are more kids on these birds.
Yeah, relatively few, but we have some some kids also in Michigan that operate. Become good friends with them, help them out when they need something, or they can help me when I need something. And then we have Randy and his daughter at November Delta Zero Charlie. They've been traveling on vacation. They've been handing out some grids also.
So what kind of equipment, what antennas do you have?
Yeah, so we have the 9700. We use some 2 meter, 70 centimeter antennas. We have them circular polarized, and you can switch between them, so you can have the best for where the satellite is spinning. And those are all on an azimuth rotator, azimuth and elevation, so you can track it exactly where it is. But for someone who's out there, they can use their Arrow. When I go portable, sometimes I'll use my Arrow and my full duplex HT or 2 radios, or it's pretty simple.
And so do you have software that is tracking for the antennas, or?
Yeah, so we have Windows, so we use SAT PC32, or if you're on Mac, you can use Mac Doppler.
Okay, so you can let the software track the satellites, but when you're out portable, you're doing that all by hand.
Yeah, with FM, I normally do it all manual, but sometimes I'll just bring the computer, and it's pretty easy to set up that way too.
That's very cool. Let's see what we have here in the chat room, Grace. We have our friend Mike Mowry is KE3JP is saying hello, Grace and Tim. And in November 4, Quebec, Mike is on. And from Anguilla, have you ever worked Anguilla?
I have. I know Ira. I've worked him several times. He has a YouTube video of me working him. It's very exciting.
Oh, that is amazing. That you've worked the guy that is in the chat room, VP2 Echo India Hotel. Let's see, we've got Kilo India 5 Quebec, Kilo Lima is on from Texas. And our friend Dino, Kilo Lima 0 Sierra. Congrats, Grace. We have a wonderful young YL here too, Kenzie. Kilo Oscar 4 Golf Lima November. Do you know Kenzie?
Not off the top of my head, no. But
okay. She loves the birds too. She was just awarded a $25,000 ARRL Foundation scholarship. Well, congratulations to Kenzie. And we've got Greg, November Charlie 7 Bravo is on with us. And congratulations, Grace. I first got involved with ham satellites back in the 1970s. It led to my career on many satellite programs. So, you could become a satellite engineer. What do you think of that, Grace? Grace, are you with me?
Yes, I am. I lost the audio there.
Okay. What do you think? Here's Greg, November Charlie 7 Bravo. He likes operating the satellites, and maybe you could become a satellite engineer.
That's a possibility. We met someone at Dayton who I think is somewhere in that realm, and he decided he was going to get his ham license because of it. So
that's great. And more from Ira, VP2 EIH. Great seeing you and listening from Anguilla. And of course, Dan, WA4 Mike Oscar Mike, and our friend Bobby from Oklahoma City. Kilo Fox 5 Golf Tango X-Ray, and Kilo Mike 4 November, Indian November Alpha. And we've got November 2 Oscar Alpha. Very impressive with the current operational satellites. And so some of the satellites come and go. Is that how it goes, Grace?
Yeah, we've had a few of the XW satellites go silent, unfortunately. We have a few FM satellites, but they're still going. But we have some good linear satellites to work Europe, rest of the U.S., some Mexico, and even El Salvador and countries in South America.
So, Grace, here not too long ago, you went to a youth camp. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Youth on the Air camp. A big thanks to DX Engineering for donating some money there and supporting us while we were there. I enjoyed everything, a good variation between ham radio and all the fun activities we participated in.
And so you got to demonstrate some of your satellite skills there.
Yeah, so we had a 9700 down there, and I had my Arrow antenna, and I had my computer set up to do the Doppler correction. So I had let people operate while I held the antenna and helped them operate.
Boy, that is great. And I heard from Jocelyn that you were a superstar because you did a lot of the troubleshooting down there to make that all work.
Yeah, we ran into a few problems, but I was able to figure them out.
Well, that is incredible. We've got Papa Uniform 2 Oscar Norway X-ray is on from Brazil, and let's see here. We've got Kilo Papa 3 Victor is on. He's got a new call sign. He used to be Kilo Papa 4 Radio Victor, and I guess you've had some contacts with Rode on RS-44. What is RS-44?
RS-44 is one of our better sideband satellites, so it's higher in elevation, so you can work more long distance. So we had like 12-minute window, so there was 12 minutes where we could work from my location in Michigan to Puerto Rico.
Wow, that is amazing. We've also got Kilo Charlie 8 Sierra Whiskey Yankee on, Kilo 3 Charlie United, Kilo India 5 Tango Fox Bravo is on as well, and our friend Bob the Traveler, WD8 November Victor November, and Kilo 5 Hotel Alpha Mike. There's a good call sign, Grace. KK5HAM. Stephen down in Texas. And Kilo India 5 Tango Fox Bravo says, does the same antenna setup work on linear or FM satellites?
Yeah, so if you're going to be portable, you're going to want your Arrow antenna or your Elk. So they both work. It's the difference between what your radio can do.
Okay. And Grace, who were some of the other youth hams that were with you at the camp down at the VOA?
Yeah, so we had W3MLJ, which I think he was operating this weekend.
Yes, he was here.
Yeah. KE8RJU, Katie from Columbiana, Ohio. Had some great people hanging out, operating. We had Lyle, KE0ZNV. He's getting interested in satellites. He just purchased his Arrow antenna, so hopefully we'll be hearing him soon.
Nice. So you've actually got some of the youth that you were with at the camp interested in satellites.
Yep, we got them. We taught them how to do it, and then they would have to go back home and use the resources they have at home. I'm always promoting it for using what you have. If you have your Arrow antenna and you have an HD, go out and listen. They're always on. You can always hear people with the FM satellites. Yeah.
No, that's great. So what's next, Grace? What are you looking forward to? What are you thinking about in the future?
Well, I'm really working on my 488 for Gridmaster satellites, and working as many VUCC and try to get up there by my dad and grandpa. We'll see what happens, but it'll take some work.
Well, your grandfather is certainly an ultimate DXer. I've known John KE8RJU for many years, and he's a great guy and a super DX ham guy. So you're in a great family. I mean, is everybody in your family licensed?
Yeah, so both my parents are licensed. My grandma's licensed. My uncle's licensed also.
Wow. And of course, your dad has been helping you along the way here. And what are you thinking about for college?
I don't know. I'm thinking something with engineering or something or in that field.
Well, that would be great. And you certainly are just a great luminary for amateur radio. And Grace, thanks so much for coming on today with us. And it was a treat to have you here. And I'm so disappointed that I didn't get to see you when you were at the DX Engineering store on Wednesday morning with your family, and I didn't even know about it. So I've got Wayne and Mark were just overjoyed by meeting you and your family. So congratulations, and we wish you so much success in the future.
Thank you.
Okay, and to all of you, I hope you have a great weekend. The IARU Radio Sport Contest starts tomorrow morning at 12 Zulu and goes for 24 hours. So it's a great opportunity to get on the air and have fun with the best hobby in the world. Until next Tuesday, 73 from DX Engineering.